Yeah, he's a very classy player to watch. Very smooth cue action. Very long backswing, possibly the longest backswing in snooker. There you see the tip comes all the way back
17.
to the thumb on his bridge hand. Pink's available, I think, to the right corner after. Should he pot this? If it goes too far, possibly green.
24.
To the right middle. Okay. Follow through, possibly off 2 cushions for the red to the left of the blue, or the red to this left corner. And then we'll just drop it in dead weight.
$28.
So we can play for black to right corner. Little touch of check side here.
34. $42.
Just caught the secondary reds a little too thick, and that's why he's really thin on the black.
50. Dave Gilbert, 50. Foul, a miss. Dave Gilbert, 4. Okay. Thank you.
It's very well played. In the end, not even close.
One.
And the only truly awkward red is the one he nudged closer to the side cushion.
Six.
Over there, it's Stephen Maguire
12.
against Tom Ford. Ford led 48-0 in the opening frame. Maguire just cleared up with 68 to the pink to draw first blood.
Taking this red clears the other
19.
red beside the pink to right corner. So that red you mentioned, Phil, is the only obstacle
20.
to stop Ronnie O'Sullivan clearing up. As I said before, he's one of the greatest of all time at doing this. One of the best things you can have in your arsenal as a top snooker player is to be able to do this time and time again when you're 50 odd points
28.
behind, produce these winning clearances. And it depends on the angle he gets on the red to right corner. He may choose to play the cannon on the red beside the right middle pocket.
35.
I think that's what he was playing for. Don't know if he can miss the pink. Yep, here it goes.
36.
And the bonus of the angle on the blue as well.
$41. 42.
Psychologically almost worth a couple of frames, this.
Yeah, that's why I said it's just such an important talent to have in top class snooker. Just deals such a psychological blow
47.
to your opponent.
49.
Just got into the cue ball a little bit too much there. Don't envisage this being a problem. That's amazing, isn't it? Just from
52.
that- Mr. Brown by a long way.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
It
52.
was the yellow that was a bad shot. No, David just completely mishit that. Far too thin a contact on the brown.
Four.
And the last two shots that David Gilbert played in this frame won't fill him any confidence going forward. They're already missed by a long way, and that mishit
9.
safety shot.
And the kiss on the blue for O'Sullivan was
15.
delightful.
22 in the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
The rust. What rust? The Rocket leads 1-0.
Another mishit safety shot from David Gilbert. Saved by the yellow. Much too thin, the contact in the object ball. Ronnie doing the opposite, much too thick. But hasn't left anything easy. All these three reds that David's got to the right corner, they're all very tough shots from so close to that middle pocket and the cushion to get on a colour. That was beautiful stroke. Almost too well. He's come back too far for the pink.
Eight. Dave Gilbert, 14.
Best of 7 match against someone of the calibre of Ronnie O'Sullivan. You can't afford to be making unforced errors like that.
One. Eight. 15.
Another fabulous position shot. Just effortless. It's all timing.
$22.
Similar
28.
to the break in the first frame. There's one
29.
problem red for Ronnie O'Sullivan, this time on the left side cushion. Not as easy as the last time to get the cannon.
35. 36.
I wouldn't mind an angle there to try and knock the red off, but he's coming a little bit straight on the pink.
$43.
Again, made quite a tricky shot, made it look easy.
$49.
Well, look to me that he took that
Ronnie
double on,
O'Sullivan, 49.
which is out of character for the way he's played so far tonight.
One.
I'm afraid well, I was just about to say, I'm afraid the signs are not good for David Gilbert in this match, but wow, if he ever needed a bit of help.
6.
Could
8.
that be a turning point, Phil, in this match?
Well, it was outrageously fortunate, but this is a real pressure shot. Passed with flying colours.
11. $15. 20.
He should be about to equalise.
26 in the frame. Dave Gilbert.
There was skill and nerve involved there, but of course, one gigantic slice of good fortune as well. The fluke on the blue was gold dust.
1.
It was a wonderful strike, but yeah, just on it.
Nine.
So 51 in front, 51 on. This is frame ball.
$15.
So
60.
O'Sullivan in twice in this frame on both occasions as a consequence of Gilbert misjudgments. An unforgivable blue left short of the middle pocket, and then
22.
a weak safety.
23. $29. 30.
The pot on the last red had little significance in terms of the frame, but
27.
boy, what a shot.
$39. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 39. And the frame.
O'Sullivan quickly retakes the lead. It's now 2-1.
No, I have to be honest, he looks a little bit intimidated to me tonight, David Gilbert. Well, there's every chance we'll see a
38.
better struck shot than that all week. That was pure.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 45. One. Seven.
Played it confidently enough. When you're winning frames in bits and pieces, it just doesn't give you that inner confidence. But one visit wins is what really inspires you.
$15.
Red at the bottom of the four, the pot to the right corner. Beautifully played.
18.
And you can see, in fact, he had a choice of two reds to play for.
19.
So again, as we've seen a couple of times tonight, there's always been that one awkward red.
27. $34.
I think to play for the red next to the pink, he's going to have to go round the table in between green and brown, possibly. He's decided to leave himself the difficult red. Screwing back for the blue he'll be. I think this is the big shot in this frame.
Dave Gilbert, 40. One.
I think he's just got an angle on the blue to get closer to the red.
Now, he missed a red like this in the previous frame, overcut it to the opposite top pocket. No issue there, though.
7.
Yeah, I said the red down the cushion for David Gilbert was the big shot this frame. And it's proved to be so.
15. $18. 22. 27. 33. 40 in the frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Dave Gilbert can't complain about a lack of chances. Ronnie O'Sullivan will not complain about a 3-1 lead.
So, O'Sullivan misses the red. A chance for Gilbert. Not easy by any means. Very close to it. And the point of no return now for Gilbert, so he's got to make the most of this. Had that red gone in, O'Sullivan could have been on his way to victory.
Four. Nine. 10. 1. 5. 2nd, please, Ronnie.
Now, can O'Sullivan get through to the red to right centre? It would appear he can. Ooh.
12.
Just dropped in off the far jaws.
$19.
Played on the red to the right of the table there. This is more awkward. And he's overcut it.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 19.
Yeah. Although he's leading O'Sullivan, he's looked a little rusty, and that's not surprising because he's not played competitively for the best part of 2 months.
One. 9. 17. 22.
Well, it looks a little high initially, but dropped in off the far jaw. Ronnie O'Sullivan breaking off in the final frame. And it's a pretty good one. He's managed to get the cue ball somewhat behind the green. No red for Gilbert to go at. Well, I say no red for Gilbert to go at. There was a red. It was very difficult, and he's missed it by the proverbial country mile. Goodness me. There's a bit of a body swerve in that one. Rueful smile from Gilbert. How expensive is that going to prove to be? So O'Sullivan in first in the decider after the howler from Gilbert. It's the first time that a meeting between this pair has gone to a final frame. O'Sullivan winning the previous 5 relatively comfortably. And it was the distance by which he missed it, which allowed O'Sullivan in with a chance.
4.
Searching for that one more ranking title, O'Sullivan, of course, to break yet another record. He's already got more centuries than anyone else, more Triple Crown titles than anyone. And were he to win this week, he'd have more ranking titles than anyone, moving one ahead of Stephen Hendry, who's seen a lot of his records fall to the man at the table. Picks and chooses his events more than ever these days, as we've seen in recent times.
20.
Opting not to play in a number of tournaments this season, but when he does show up, more often than not, he looks as good as ever. And this was a tough first round for O'Sullivan to play one of the in-form players of the last 12 months or so, a player he respects, whose game he admires.
28.
Well, surely no one in the history of the game any better than O'Sullivan at splitting the reds.
34.
And everyone, the red that he missed and the margin by which he missed it.
$40. 45. Second, please, Ronnie.
Gilbert looking a little resigned in his chair there. You saw almost his embarrassment at the red that he attempted, which he missed by such a long way. A high value colour and another red would do it.
60.
Well, it's been fast and furious stuff, very open. This is match ball.
60.
So it looks as though O'Sullivan's making a winning start to his bid to climb up the one-year rankings from a relatively lowly position of 22 at the start of this tournament. And Dave Gilbert counting the cost of that misread, having made such a brilliant century in the frame before to force the decider.
74.
He's still waiting for his first win over Ronnie O'Sullivan. And it would be typical of him were he to seal the deal with a century of his own. He's made 26 this season, and when you consider he's not played that many events, that's not a bad tally.
2.
Managed 61 last season, including the 1,000th of his career.
$90. $97.
There it is. O'Sullivan seals victory with a century
102.
to follow Gilbert's three-figure break in the previous frame, but it was the long red that Gilbert missed
104.
that has cost him the match.
107.
It's proved to be
111.
There'll be £10,000 for the highest break of the tournament. Possible 129 here. That won't be sufficient for that prize, but
122.
it's evidence that O'Sullivan's game, despite a lengthy hiatus, is in pretty good shape. A great way to finish for the 36-time ranking event winner, Ronnie O'Sullivan, with a 129 clearance after Dave Gilbert missed a long red by a long way in the decider, is enough to put O'Sullivan through to the round of 16 and a meeting with either Mark Allen or Leanne Wembo. He's beaten Dave Gilbert.